Alrighty, so we're back here racing at the Hungary, and it was a pretty decent start there for Commensalist as he leads the pack into the middle sector, and a lot of guys going wide as Bruno is up now into P2, Andrea up into P3, Joran P4, then Gallagher P5. So really poor start there for the co-leader at the top of the championship, as now his main rival, Commensalist, is just going to pull away from the rest of the field, as Andrea is really close to the back of Bruno through the middle sector. As Joran runs a bit wide, and everyone's running a bit wide, as Savicki's way off the track there, but then Gallagher, he's going to try to go up the inside of Leon, and he'll get the move done into the third to last corner. Seems that everything is sort of setting out at the moment, and every time I say that, something happens. So I might just not say it anymore at this point. Pit lane's open after lap 1. Come and fix damage, you can, but the pit window does not open until 30 minutes to go, so 15 minutes into this race, and then it will close with 15 minutes to go for that mandatory pit stop. Seems like everyone at the moment seeming to be playing some ball the leader. The closest battle we have right now is... Oh, Campbell's made a mistake, actually. So Campbell most likely went off track at turn 4, and he's going to lose a few positions there, I think, to at least Shermer. And oh, Canterbury got turned by Campbell. There's a bit of contact between the Ferrari and the Bentley, and Canterbury has been spun around at turn 6. Horrible, horrible break there for Tauze Canavaria. His Koch is off the track. He's going to come back and rejoin really close to Canavaria. I really hope he didn't make contact there. Yeah, just as I said that everyone's going to start playing 12 leader, someone's got to mess it up. Koch has some rear damage. He might have got that on lap 1. He's got some front damage as well. The hood's kind of bobbing up and down. Two green Ferraris now of Campbell and Shermer. Really close on track. And Campbell pulls to the inside of Sherbert and runs a bit wide. We'll see if Sherbert can pull on the switchback. He might have a shot here. No, he just slots it behind. So Campbell did get the move done out of turn 1 and into turn 2. That little kink there after turn 1 does count as a corner, I do believe. Or at least this is how I count it. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. 3-car battle here has been Gallagher. He's made a few positions there on Joran and Leon. He's back up into P3. Andrew into Bentley. I'd say he's sort of keeping up with Commensalist. I feel like he's still kind of pulling away. But the gap to Ben Gallagher is bigger than the gap to Commensalist. So he's definitely just keeping pace, and we'll see if Ben Gallagher and Audi can make up. I think he's just got to make up one position. And he'll be back to where he started. Ferrari train, the 4 Ferraris, RDW, Savicki, Campbell, and Sherbert, running from 7th to 10th. I really wonder what Ferrari handles better. Last year's F1 Ferrari or this 488 GT car. never driven either of them in real life, so I wouldn't know. Okay, now I think it's safe to say that we're playing a bit of following the leader right now. It's, at the moment it seems like it's just follow the guy ahead. Because the leader is pretty far away. And I do have to say, that is a few times I've seen drivers go really wide there at turn 6. So I wouldn't be all surprised if anyone picks up a drive-through. Or even a stop-go for going off track, as you can see. Commensal's kicking up a bit of dirt there through the top chicane. Possibly this Andrew make up some time. I think he actually has. You see the split, yeah, it's about 3/10. So he made up 3/10 there. And Gallagher as well. I'm saying they're going a bit wide, but I actually think the track limits in GT Racing is actually pretty lenient, unlike the F1 games. If you even think about touching a curb in the F1 game, you will get a warning, a penalty, and then a stop-go. Stop-go with a drive-through. I mean, you just get pounded with penalties. Especially at this track. This track's awful. You see Leon, he's back. He's on the back of Yoran. I don't think he's close enough. He's definitely putting on the charge, I will say. Campbell, he's close to the back of Savicki. He's actually really close, but he won't pull out and try to overtake. So we're back. Campbell, up the inside of Savicki into the penultimate corner. So Campbell not wasting any time trying to get around his manufacturer teammates. And now Campbell will have the Camino chase down the leading Ferrari of RJDW. He's kind of world of his own right now. Kind of spaced out a bit. Still the battle for third place. Continuing on. As Flash and Ben. So possibly a bit of manufacturer rivalry going on, or just a friendly Flash saying, hey, I'm here. I'm ready to do battle. As Volt has pulled into the pits. I'm wondering, it is for some damage. I had to think about that. I was thinking, well, it's not, still got 5 minutes to the pit window. So Volt getting some damage. That's a lot of damage. He must have either got hit or just went off really hard. If I don't know anything about some damage in this game, it takes forever to fix. Someone did go off. I believe that's the 244 of Savicki. It's Black Arrow and Tonte Canaveria do get by, so Savicki made a mistake through the chicane. He's going to drop all the way down to P10 in brings up the map. It's actually really the first time I've seen the Bentley other than the front of the field, so maybe the Bentley is a pretty good car around here. With this track being pretty high downforce in F1 cars, you'd think a car that's kind of heavy, kind of like a boat basically, which is what I like to call the Bentley. It's a boat car. I think it'll be pretty good around here, and I think the feature right here is really proving that to me. Ben and Joran in lightweight Audis, just behind in the Porsche. Keeping a small train going. Well, Ben's made a mistake actually, so Leon tried to go around the outside into the chicane, so Ben must have made a pretty decent mistake on a turn 6. I did see him get on the curb, but I didn't think it was going to affect him that much. It would have spun around in F1 games. Seems like these cars, or this game, doesn't have that curve to be an auto spin curve. So now see if Joran can try to poke ahead here of Ben in the final sector, and if not, tries to get the better run down the front stretch and make a move into turn 1. We'll try to talk about some other things going on in the field at this point, but I feel like every time I try to say something or try to promote some other things going on with the field, something always happens, and I get interrupted. But I guess the big story is going to be that F1 divisions, all 5 of them will be live tomorrow, starting at 2:40 GMT. And I believe starting in a few minutes, it's actually going to be the PC side of F1, with comps hosted by King Kodiak, and I believe Benjamin, who is new to Europe, alongside King Kodiak for the PC division. So if you want to hop over there, show them some love, go ahead and do that once that stream does go live. And then, as I mentioned, the PS4 side of things, all 5 divisions will be going live at 2:40 divisions 1, 3, and 4, and then divisions 2 and 5 will be going live as soon as those get over in about 2010 of the year time, 2010 GMT. And Sunday will be the PC side of ACC. We're still looking for a commentator, so please, if you're interested, you know how to work, and you know how to work YouTube and live stream YouTube on a PC. Hit up League of Europe on Twitter and send us a. And Monday is going to be the F2 divisions, Division 1 and Division 2, with Division 1 being hosted by DACA. And remember, it's DACA now. And Division 2 being hosted by Team 10. So, 2 very talented commentators, definitely better than me. We'll be taking you through that, and then we'll be back here on Friday.
Pit window is open.
For the PS4 ACC side of things. With me. If I'm not busy doing anything, I'll definitely be here. So pit window's open, 30 minutes to go. Let's see if the leaders... Oh, and there's our first drive-through. So Joran, the bit iffy with the track limits, they'll get a drive-through, and sadly, they'll get that drive-through just as the pit window opens. So, definitely not what he wanted. He's going to pull into the pits, and so is Leon. So Leon's going to try to undercut Ben Gallagher here, but Goran, he's going to have to go out once again and make another lap with that drive-through. I don't know. Bruno's also in the pits as well. Campbell stays out. Sherbert stays out. RJDW stays out. You'll have to wait and see with the top two of Carmentos and Andrea. They did stay out. And so did Ben Gallagher. So they are definitely going to try to take those tires pretty far. Goran's drive-through has been cleared. This will be a pretty slow pit lane. It seems like he's in there for a long time. So Savicki's in the pits, Tunze Kinabaria's in the pits, Koch and Black Arrow stay out. Ivo's actually taken his pit stop. He's a lap down. And his pit stop's been cleared, so is Leon. So once those the yellow-orange boxes go green, their pit stop has been taken. They're good to go to get to the end of this race. And Folt's pit stop has not been cleared just yet. And he will stay out another lap. Carmentos and Andrea pull to the final sector. Carmentos stays out once again. And Andrew's going to pull in the pit. So we'll see if these fresh tires can make up those 4.6 seconds that Andrea needs to find in order to get the undercut on Carmentos. Ben Gallagher is going to stay out another lap. And Campbell is going to pull into the pits. So the Ferrari of QBR Campbell will pull into the pits. Coming on to lap number 10, Sherbert stays out once again. RJDW now pulls into the pits. Goran stays out. I imagine he's going to stay out a bit longer and try to make up that time he lost from that drive-through. Punch and Black Arrow are pretty far behind. I'm going to say they're going to pull into the pits. Let's see if they do. We will see. It's a little E. That yellow box will come up, and Sakanch does pull into the pits. However, Black Arrow does stay out. So now the running order. I know the pit stops are happening, but it's Carmentos, then Ben Gallagher, Andrea, who is pulled out of his pit box. Campbell still waiting. RGDW is still waiting. So you'll have to wait for these pit stops to cycle through in order to see this new running order. Carmentos is 15 seconds ahead of Ben Gallagher. It doesn't seem like a very... Yeah, 15 seconds is 15 seconds, but if you look at it on the track map, it's only a corner away right now. We'll see if that time comes down here once Ben crosses the start-finish line. We'll get that one lap gone. The gap is actually extending. So Carmentos is still a bit quicker than Ben Gallagher at the moment. As he gets around RJDW. The top 5 in the running order currently have not come into the pits. Sherbert and Black Arrow have pulled into the pits. And Andrea will start to make a time as the boat just get out of the way. So Incrementalist carries on, then Gallagher carries on, and Yoran will carry. Actually, will not carry on, he's way far back. Very cloudy day here at the Hungaroring, I do have to say, but I don't think there's going to be any rain. Ooh, it's Ben really close to the back of Savicki. Savicki is a lap down. They should have let Ben pass by without any sort of interruptions. Everyone has cleared their pit stops except for the top three. Now Yoran pulls into the pits. And if Incrementalist stays out, Yoran will be a lap down here. And Incrementalist will stay out. Actually, no, he pulls into the pit, so a very late call into the pit. 7 minutes remaining for the pit windows.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
And now we're halfway through this race. So Ben's going to stay out, try to overcut Incrementalist. I don't know how well that's going to work. So there's 15 seconds. What's the gap? Incrementalist pulled into the pits. Right now, the closest battle we have is RJW and Sherbert. So they are fighting for P8 on track. As Incrementalist has pulled out of the pits, and he will come out ahead of Andrea, but not too far behind. We'll wait to see what happens when we go through the first sector split. And it seems like it's about the same gap, but I want to say it's a bit bigger than what it was before. I actually don't remember what the gap was before the pit stop was taken there by Andrea. You'll see it now. Once it's in line. 3.4, so I think that's about the same as what it was. So definitely not too much variation in the pit stops, or at least in the time that we lose. Speaking of lose, Y4 Volts has left the session. Very frustrating race for Volts, because I think anybody can imagine getting some damage, having to sit in the pits for probably as long as he did. As Ben Gallagher's in the pits, and Incrementalist coming in for the second now, so Incrementalist will definitely be ahead. But the real question is, how far ahead will it be? Even though we don't have the onboards, I was still watching his stream. His pit stop is about 30 seconds. This is how long the controls were locked. So I think Ben's probably going to have to take about the same amount of time. And Incrementalist will easily pass him down the straight. As there goes Ben. Ben's got a few, I want to say maybe 1 or 2 lap fresher tires than Commensalist. So it's not much of an advantage, but any sort of advantage can help. As Ben pulls out of pits there. And he's going to be behind Leon. So the running order now is going to be Carmentelis, Andrea, Leon, and then Ben Gallagher is going to be the top 4. And then it is going to be Campbell still in P5. Bruno. Oh boy. Yoran. And then the Sherbert and RJDW battle that hasn't let up. Ever since I mentioned it. And then leaking the comments was with Ben. I had to pull into the pits. And focus on those strategy battles. RJDW and P and Sherbert is still the closest battle we have on track, the 2 Ferraris. I don't think they've been too far apart this whole race. I think the farthest they've been was when the pit stops came around. But if you are looking for some onboard streams to watch that does interest you, RJDW is having a live stream, so Savicki Carmentelis, as I mentioned, I was watching his tail during the session. Leon is streaming, Ibo is streaming, Bruno, Canaveria, and Andrew, they are all streaming live on YouTube, except for Leon. I'm going to show you check out their POVs if you want some onboard footage, as I can't change cameras, so if you're looking for some different camera angles and what this game's given us, which is the same cameras every single lap, go and watch their streams. Ooh, RJTW makes a big mistake there, and let's hope he's kept it out of the wall. And he is still spinning through turn 6, and it looks like he hasn't kept it out of the wall. Maybe that's, I think that's just, I was thinking that was advantage, it might just be where the lights are. And look, maybe a small bit of damage. RJDW losing it at turn 6, or sorry, at turn 5, and is now fallen pretty massively to P. Sherbert. See what it is when they come across the third sector splits. And it's 9 seconds, so a whole almost 10 seconds lost there to P. Sherbert in that spin by RJDW. And now the closest battle we have is Ben Gallagher and Leon, and I think Ben has actually made a move past Leon. I can imagine it was just recently, I think into turn 1, because Ben is still behind of Leon in the timing tail, and now it's changed going into sector 1. Or going into sector 2, I should say. So Ben up.
The pit window is closing now.
P3. Pit window is closed. That means 15 minutes to go. Here in the Hungary, the fans are in the stands. COVID's not a thing in this game. And the stands, they're out of turn 6 and into 7 and H chicane are packed full of petrol heads? Is that what it's called? I don't know. Race fans, there we go. something. I try to think of something. It's great race fans packing the stands here at the Hungary. Still, Carmentis leading the way. Andrew in P2, Ben Gallagher P3, Leon in P4, and some light damage as well. I wonder where he picked that up from. I don't remember that Porsche looking that dirty earlier in this race. There might have been some bit of contact maybe with Ben. Maybe just an off-track excursion. Doing some lawn maintenance. Cutting the grass. So I guess while closest gap we have is Leon on Ben, and it's actually no, Joran on Bruno. So keep an eye on this battle. Gonna check the PC F1 side of things. We're at the Sochi Autodrome in Russia. Right now, 7 minutes left to go qualifying. It is Moritz on provisional pole at the moment with the 29.6 is what I'm seeing. Then Jake W. and VPR Wellhout is currently your top three. And yes, that's currently your top three right now. So if you want to go over there and show some love to Mr. King Koyak and Badgerman, go ahead. Keep it right here on the ACC side of things. He's going to try to make up as much time as he can from that earlier drive-through. That's got to sting, knowing that you were up and racing for a podium spot with some really good points to deliver for your championship bid. Going away to the track limits. Someone has gone off, I believe. It is Conch Esports, and he's taken the Alt F4 to the pit lane. And hopefully we don't lose him in this race. Laps done. I can't imagine we'll get, I feel like maybe 24, 25, we'll probably get to there by the end of this race. I can't imagine we'll get any farther than that. Less than 10 minutes to go in this race, and the gap between Carmentis and Andrew just keeps on growing. And it's even bigger gap of 16 seconds back to Ben Gallagher. And then Leon, 9 seconds back from Ben. Campbell is also 9 seconds back from Leon. And Bruno is 3 seconds back from Campbell. Joran is only 1 second back from Bruno. So the gaps, they keep lowering as we go down the field. So we'll see if Joran can snatch a P6 from this race from Bruno. Sector, but now it's extended back to 1 second. Really deep in the turn once and trying to make a bit of time, and a small mistake there, and Joran is off the track. I don't think any time was gained. I think, if anything, time was lost, so let's hope he doesn't pick up another drive-through for extending the track limits. Still Commercialist at the front, getting around the last car of Sir Ibo. I think Ben is probably too far back to take away second here from Adrian. 16 seconds, and he's got to make up about 3 or 4 seconds a lap if he's going to want any shot of taking a second place. So I think, if anything, a mistake from Adrian will be the only way Ben's going to take home P2. But P3, still a really good finish for the start that he had, at least from what I saw, getting towards the P5 and P6 there. So still a really good race from all these guys. The damage that Leon has, it's absolutely killing him here. 14 seconds down. Closing in to Bruno. It was 3 tenths over the start-finish line, but now it's extended to 5 tenths. Half a second there. Second two. And the thing about them both being in the Audis is that the way the car handles is not going to make a difference in who comes out and who doesn't. Or who comes out ahead and who comes out last in this battle. It's all down to setup and driver ability. So this is going to get really interesting with these last 5 laps. Not last 5 laps, 5 minutes. Oh. Oh man. So 5 minutes to go. We'll see, I think maybe 2.5 more laps before the timer will tick to 0. Lauren's still trying to get past Rona here for P6. He's really close. turn 3. Campbell may be closing in on Leon here up ahead, especially with that damage that Leon's got. His gap it keeps growing up to Ben Gallagher, so I think Campbell, if he can keep his nose clean, he may have a free move here on Leon, but I don't think Leon is slow enough to where Bruno and Joran become a threat. Campbell make the move. Leon chooses the inside. Campbell switches to the outside. Into turn 1. Campbell will not perform the switchback. He's going to slot in behind Leon. As in behind Bruno and Joran still going at it. Bruno's striving for his life right now. He's trying to pick a different line, trying to find some extra speed on exit to maybe make a move into these corners. And Campbell's gone up the inside of Leon into turn 5, but he's most likely cut the corner, as it seemed like he just gave back the position to Leon. So a really close battle here at the front. What's great about this is that for some of these camera angles, both of these battles are in the same shot, so I can kind of look behind here to see what's going on. Campbell hugs the inside, tries to get the better exit out of the final corner, and he's going to pull right to the back of Leon, almost drafting him, and he's going to pull the inside, and they make a bit of contact as they head into turn 1, and Campbell is going to go up the inside, but at the back, Bruno gets overtaken by Joran as well. Bruno tries to perform the switchback, and they're going to go side by side down into turn 3. We waited all 45 minutes of this race to get some action, and it's for some really good points paying positions as Joran finally gets ahead of Bruno, and Campbell did get ahead of Leon there, so he waited all but 45 minutes to get some action in this race. Well, I'm glad it came at no time, and that Campbell-Leon incident there kind of reminds me of the Barrichello and Schumacher all those years ago. I think probably back in 2011 or 2012 is when that happened, when Barrichello just pushed Schumi all the way to the pit wall. However, Carmenzel is starting his final lap on lap 25. So all you PC guys, this race is going to be out 25 laps, so set your fuel accordingly. Andrew 11 seconds behind in P2, Ben Gallagher 15 seconds behind that in P3. And now in the back, Leon, Joran has actually gotten past Leon, but so has Bruno. So Leon from P4 to P7 in 1 lap has gone from some good points finishes, or good points position all the way down to P7. So see if Bruno has a response here to Joran on this final lap. Doesn't look like it. Oh, and Fold gets in the way there of Bruno, but he does get past. And the drive-through for Koch, so I'm really interested to see what's going to happen there. He might just take a 30-second penalty. But at the front, it's been a good race. It's a car mentalist race as he wins here in Hungary. And a dominant performance from car mentalist to win this race. As Andrea is going to come home in an excellent P2 as he flashes the lights, 12 seconds behind. Not the closest finish, but it is a finish nonetheless. Savicki and Canaveri actually finished P10s behind each other. So a really close finish there for P9. Ben Gallagher will come home at P3. Campbell still pretty far behind, but it looks like he'll come home at a P4. Bruno not able to get past Joran. He's got one more shot into the final corner, but I think he'd be a bit desperate to make a move into the final corner here. But I mean, these guys, they race hard. Never know what can happen. There's going to be Campbell picking up P4, Joran picking up P5, Bruno picking up P6, Leon comes home at P7, Sherbert is going to come home P8, and across the line first is actually Ebo. I think we're 2 laps down in P13, and Sherbert, as I mentioned, will come home at P8. So an interesting race. I mean, we waited all but 45 minutes to get some action there towards the end of this race. But it is going to be car mentalist picking up the win here in Hungary. And then will be Andrea coming home in P2 and Ben Gallagher in P3. Campbell will come home. That's your podium, actually. Campbell coming home in P4. Joran coming home in P5. Then Bruno, Leon, Sherbert, Savicki, and Canaveria, your top 10. RJDW, Black Arrow, Ibo, Koch Esports, and Y4 Volt rounding out the field from 11th to 15th, respectively. Well, I guess it was kind of annoying that we had to wait that long to get some action, but when that action came, boy, was it some good racing. And some good racing at that. So, with that, I actually have to get going. So there will be no interviews today, sadly. But join us next week, same place, same time, here for ACC on League of Europe for the PS4 division. PCF1 should be getting going. They're probably just on the first few laps to go over there and show that race some support and some love. PS4, the F1 side of things, all 5 divisions will be getting going. Starting at 1840 GMT. Sunday is going to be PC ACC here on League of Europe. We're still looking for a commentator. If you're interested, League of Europe on YouTube or on Twitter, message, get that in. And then Monday is going to be the F2 side of things with comms from Deca and James Head, Division 1 and Division 2 respectively. And then we'll be back here on Friday for some ACC PS4 things hosted by me. So, I hope everybody enjoyed this race. I hope everyone has a great weekend. And I guess that's the perfect ending. Some connection failures to the server. So take care, everyone, and we will see you next week.